I will have to get a cesarean and I won't be able to have a natural birth. Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is my 21-week bump date. There is a truck out on my street and I don't know what it's doing. I don't know whether it's about to start like work and make loud noises. You can probably already hear it. Hopefully it doesn't bother us in this bump date. I am just over 21 weeks pregnant today. If you see like a red mark on my nose or you see me squinting, it's because I just took my glasses off and I can't see without them. This week, my pregnancy app says that baby is the size of a cantaloupe. That is a rock melon over here in Australia. I think we call them rock melons over here. That is ginormous. I feel like that's huge. I know that's not how like fat baby is, it's just like head to toe, but still, she's getting big. Let's jump straight into my symptoms, and my number one symptom that is just there every single day or every single night, I guess, is crazy pregnancy dreams. Crazy pregnancy dreams. And every single night it's so different, and sometimes they're scary and sometimes they're confusing and sometimes they're just weird. Last night I had a dream that our neighbours, whom are very questionable people, let's just leave it there, broke into our house at night time and stole all of our things in our house. And I kept trying to call 000 and the phones weren't working and I couldn't figure out how to call 000, or like the zeros weren't working. Like it was just really, really weird. And Luke was home and we couldn't get to them. It was just weird. It was just so weird. And I kept hearing noises in my sleep, which made the dream even more like realistic. It sounded like someone was downstairs in my house while I was sleeping. So that added to the realness of the dream, but crazy dreams are just, they're there. The second symptom that I have to mention is baby brain. Baby brain is real. I've had it this whole pregnancy from day one, and it just makes me do and say stupid things. Also, breakouts is something that I've had this week. I don't know if you can notice, but I've just had really bad pimples like all over my like lower facial region. My skin's usually not overly bad, but oh good, the truck is leaving. It was a tow truck. How dare that person break down outside my house. So yes, I've had breakouts all over my face, like the lower half of my face, to the point where I even had to like cover them up with concealer because they were just saying hello to the world. I've had extremely uncomfortable and painful Braxton Hicks contractions this week. I had my first one that kind of stopped me mid-sentence and I had to like almost stop and breathe through it in the kitchen, and Luke was really confused as to what was going on. I've had a couple of those now where they're actually painful, and I didn't get that with Talia. I had Braxton Hicks with Talia, like lots of them, but they weren't painful. All I could feel was tightening, that is it. But this time around, some of them are painful. There's no consistency to them whatsoever. I get like one a day, maybe, if that. So I feel like it's not of concern. I'll obviously speak to my midwife or my doctor next time I see them about it, but yeah, they're pretty painful when they want to be. Another symptom that I've noticed this week, which made me sad, I forgot that it was a symptom, I got it with Talia too, is a muscle separation in my tummy. I had my shirt up for some reason. I guess we were like filling baby or something while I was laying down on the bed, and then I almost did like, you know, like a sit-up crunching motion where I was going to get back up, and I'll try and get a photo of it if I can, or like video footage or something of what I'm talking about so that you can kind of see what I'm talking about, if that makes sense. My muscles, like my abs, I used to have very strong together abs before Talia and pretty much before this baby too, but they've separated and there's just like fat that pokes through the middle. So when I do like a sit-up motion or try and just sit up, my fat pokes through the middle of my abs because they have separated. That did happen with Talia, and I don't think I noticed it until after she was born. I've noticed it now, and it's something that I'm going to work hard on after baby's born to get them back together. This week I've had this the whole pregnancy, and I think I've mentioned it in one previous bump date, but I have had an increased libido. Some women it's different, some women it goes the complete opposite way and they don't want to be touched when they're pregnant. Me personally, yeah, this time around I have an increased libido, and if that need isn't met, this sounds so bad, it's so TMI. All of my bump dates are so TMI. So if you're a family member watching this, I'm so sorry. But yeah, if those needs aren't met, I get very like moody. that's another symptom. I'm moody and emotional like the majority of the time anyway, because my body just can't handle these like pregnancy hormones, the extra hormones going through them. Same as when I'm on the pill, my body can't handle it and it does weird things to like my mind and just me. But I just get moody and emotional and cranky, especially when the other symptom isn't met, but just in general. Another symptom that I've had this week is sciatic back pain. I need to get like a belly band or buy a pregnancy sleeping pillow because I haven't got either of those yet. So that's something that sciatic back pain has been really bad, and it stops. For those of you who have had sciatic back pain before, you know that it's so incredibly painful. It stops you in your tracks and you like can't move. It's so incredibly painful. But yeah, that's a symptom that I've had this week. Something else that I would like to mention is, which I have mentioned in previous bump dates, is thrush. I have been getting that frequently, constantly throughout this pregnancy. And there's only been 1 week where I haven't had it. And that was the week after I did the 6-day treatment. There's like an ointment treatment that you can use even when you're pregnant, it's safe. But it just keeps coming back, so I don't know. I don't know. I really hope I don't have it when I go into labor. That's going to be awkward. I've just today bought some cotton liners. I've been wearing liners because for those of you who have had thrush, you kind of need to wear liners. So I bought some cotton ones. Hopefully that helps swapping from whatever the other ones are made of to cotton, and we'll see how that goes. But also for that specific symptom, I've been taking this. If that didn't focus, I apologize. It looks no different to me because I'm blind. It's a probiotic for pregnancy and breastfeeding, so I can take that with my prenatals, and I've been taking that as well. And it says on the back, it assists in maintaining healthy vaginal flora, whatever that means. So hopefully this helps. It has been helping a little bit. I feel like it's not as bad as it was before because of this, I'm assuming. So swapping to cotton liners and taking that. I still have some of the ointment left, which I use every now and then, but I don't want to do like a full 6-day course because you're not supposed to use it all the time, and I'm pregnant. Something else that happened this week, which I mentioned in a vlog, is when I went to get my 20 week? When I went to get my last scan results, I'm pretty sure it's the 20-week scan, they said that baby girl is healthy and she's fine, and she's definitely a girl, so I'm happy about that. The only thing they found is that I have a low-lying placenta, which means that if it doesn't move, I will have to get a cesarean and I won't be able to have a natural birth. So hopefully it moves up as I grow. The doctor said that the majority of the time it does move up and out of the way. So I'm not concerned about it. She's not concerned about it at all either. And to be honest with you, like my biggest fear, obviously other than my baby not being okay during the birth or after the birth, is getting a cesarean. I had a natural birth with Talia, and I feel like the healing process wasn't as bad as it would have been if I had had a cesarean, and a cesarean just scares the crap out of me. Like I'm so scared of getting one. But at the same time, I feel like I'm mostly scared of getting an emergency cesarean. So if I'm in labor and pushing or whatever, and then something happens and they rush me off to an emergency C-section and I don't have an epidural and they have to knock me out or whatever, that is my worst nightmare, like no one being there for my baby's birth. I'm so scared of that happening. So that obviously wouldn't be the case if the low-lying placenta was the reason I had to get a cesarean. It would be a planned cesarean and they'd be like, sorry, you need to get a cesarean because your placenta is in the way of your cervix or whatever. And then it would be a planned cesarean. I'd have time to wrap my head around it. I'd be awake for the procedure because, you know, it's a planned cesarean and everything would go to plan, hopefully, with the epidural and everything. I'm not overly concerned about the low-lying placenta, even if I have to get a cesarean. That's just what it is. Whatever happens, happens, and whatever gets my baby here safely, that's what I'm happy with, honestly. But I am extremely scared to end up with an emergency cesarean. I'm scared of that. That's the only thing that they found during the 20-week scan. Everything else looked great. Baby's heart was fine, which I was concerned about because they spent so long looking at the heart and making me change positions, and it just freaked me out. It ended up being fine. Baby's fine. I'm so incredibly thankful that she is healthy and her heart is okay. I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna show you my 21-week bump. my 21-week bump date. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe below if you want to follow our journey. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!